Hey, what's going on everybody? It is your boy Frankie here, bringing you a brand new video, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a problem that I have noticed in Destiny 2 Season 11 Season of Arrivals. Honestly, this is a pretty big deal, and I'm surprised Bungie hasn't fixed this issue yet, since it's been happening for over a week, almost 2 weeks by the time this video gets uploaded. I also want to talk about a problem I have with Bungie period, but first I'll mention what it is that's going on. So the main quest, the quest means to an end that you receive after completing the first mission on IO after purchasing Season 11 just isn't working. Like, it literally doesn't work or show up at all for a lot of players. I'm sure millions of people play Destiny 2, so I don't know the exact numbers, but I'd be willing to bet that there are thousands of players experiencing this exact same issue. I didn't even know that it existed until someone I play with asked me online if I was dealing with the same issue or not. I also had someone at work that plays Destiny 2 a lot on PC, and they said they're dealing with the exact same thing. I think that I hadn't heard of it because, I mean, Bungie just hasn't mentioned anything about it or fixing it on their at Bungie help or on their main account or from any of the people that work at Bungie that I follow on Twitter, which is kind of annoying for a lot of reasons. The first being that players cannot decrypt their Umbral Engrams in the game, and they're now flooding their inventory or their postmaster, which means they can't use them to level up or use any of the armor or weapons they paid for in Season 11. So I did some research, and I've seen dozens of posts on Reddit, on the Bungie community forums, tweets on Twitter from people asking for help or answers or how to fix this bug. I've looked them up on YouTube. Absolutely nothing. This game, in the game it just says requires quest progress means to an end. To continue if you go on IO and to try to play any of the missions from this season. But guess what? They can't even complete the quest like they need to or they want to because Bungie won't fix or even address it. I've waited and I've checked their accounts at Bungie Help. I've tweeted them myself. I haven't seen any tweets from Deej or Luke or anybody. Second reason this bothers me is because Bungie fixed the AFK Forge Farming in the game within 3 days of it, being discovered by players, exploiting it in a way that they could farm Umbral Engrams and then use those Engrams to be reforged into being able to decrypt armor and weapons at a light level higher than their current light level. So players would basically sit in the forge on Earth AFK. Matches would last about 45 seconds, then it would end and they would receive Altered Element and Umbral Engrams for doing absolutely nothing. Players would do this for hours during the day and at night, and then once their inventory was full, along with their postmaster, they would decrypt them at the prismatic recaster and shoot their light level up by like a significant margin. Like, it was crazy, and I didn't believe it until I looked it up, and then I still didn't believe it, and I had to try it myself. Personally, I started doing it 2 days before it was patched, but it also only shot me up to around 1028, so about like 25 levels, because I think I was 1003 when I started. But yeah, another thing that they fixed, which is the third reason this bug bugged me so much, is because they quote unquote fixed something in the game, which is what I'm gonna read. This is their tweets now from their Twitter account. I'll put them on the screen for you. Players weren't receiving the appropriate amount of twisted energy after earning Umbral Engram enhancement 2. They were earning too much, is what they're basically trying to say here, that they are receiving too much of the twisted energy, and that focused Umbral Engrams could sometimes decrypt a higher power than intended. Which is odd, because isn't that what it was put there for? To help us players raise our light levels? Like, Bungie has had this way of jumping into the game us jumping into the game like every week since launch, even back in D1, where we would jump into the game, we grab our bounties and quests, we complete them, we get higher light we get higher level gear, but only once a week are we getting those pinnacle engrams and some powerfuls from like Vanguard, Crucible, Flashpoint, Gambit, etc. And they expect us to keep this grindy playstyle. It doesn't do anything but wear us out. At least for me, it does. I'm tired of doing the exact same thing every single week. I mean, and I get it that they added the season pass to kind of like bring some incentive to it. Like, oh look, you complete X amount of bounties, you're gonna get X amount of experience, and then move up in your season, your rank, your seasonal rank. But I mean, you know, it gets old. So, you know, when Bungie finds out that players find an exploit in the game, or find out that engrams are giving them gear that is too high or higher than normal, or what they want it to be, it gets fixed immediately. But can they fix the broken quest? It's happening on PC and console, both PlayStation and Xbox. You know, and I'm not even going to jump into the whole fixed trials bandwagon either, because God knows that there needs to be something implemented into the game where cheaters and hackers are caught. I mean, a way that they're punished in game in a game mode that isn't even offered unless it's the weekend, where you are, you know, rewarded based on your winnings and such. All the season 10 players had to deal with this issue. Did Bungie react? No. Has it been fixed? No. Will it ever? I have no idea. But, you know, trials is another topic that could literally take up a whole other video. And if I'm being honest, I don't really have that much experience in dealing with this issue. I don't play trials anymore, and I haven't since D1, so I can only go based off of what I've seen in videos, on streams, from other players, posts on Twitter and on Reddit. So, you know. So to wrap this all up, I feel like Bungie only feels they need to fix things in the game when it benefits them, really. I mean, if we're being honest, what are they even getting out of fixing Forge Farming and the Umbral Engram light increase? Like, I understand fixing the Forge and have no issues really with it. I barely have an issue with the fixing of the Umbral Engram patch, where it is giving us gear that is too high. But you know, Bungie, I know that you have a very active community engagement team on Reddit, on social media, on the forums, and I please just ask that you guys really look into this issue. And if you already have, that's great. I hope it gets fixed soon, but at least acknowledge that it is in the works, that it is happening, because it isn't fair, and it's pushing your players away from playing if they can't progress because of some stupid bug in the game that I am sure can get fixed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I've been away again, LOL, but I'm still very much playing. I was still streaming. Again, it is on a halt over on Twitch, but you know, summer classes, they're keeping me busy. Trying to push for early graduation, man. I'm trying to get out of there. But yeah, go ahead, check out the links in the description below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.